Welcome to Toffee Review, your source for all things Everton. I am Gerry. Thomas has joined me, and this is your first time seeing Thomas. I don't know where you were for the other videos, because he was here for those too. All right? But yeah, enjoy Thomas. There you go. So, we're going to talk about Lucas Digne. All right? Lucas Digne came in having some very big shoes to fill. Because Leighton Baines, for a long time, was considered one of the best left backs in the world. Huge, and frankly, I mean, he's my favorite Everton player ever, because I haven't been really following Everton for as long as you have. so but at the same time, it's a situation where you've got this really well-loved player who was really good. And a lot of people wanted to bring in Kieran Tierney. So it was tough, So we bring in this Deulofeu doppelganger who comes in, and everybody's sitting there with their arms crossed, like, prove it to me. And he comes in, and he's strong defensively. He really does well combining with other players to get himself down the field, and he gets down very far, and he's just launching crosses in, and they're well-placed crosses. It's not blind crosses. It's focused. It's controlled. He's got 3 goals this season. The guy can take a free kick. The guy can take a direct kick. Oh, my God. 3 goals, 3 assists this season. Heck, he got one against Bournemouth. He's just a good player. So is it even debatable that this guy is our best signing?
I don't think so at all. I think he's definitely been our most consistent signing. I think when he came in, there was definitely a few skeptics. He went to Roma on loan. He maybe wasn't at his best there. He definitely never broke into the Barca team over Jordi Alba. But I think he's definitely proven himself in this league already, and I think he's really come into his own.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we're talking about the other signings, Zuma and Gomez, very good players, but they're loans.
Yeah.
Bernard is just starting to blossom, starting to show some serious quality, but it took him a while, and he's not quite there yet. But free, Yeah. Mina's not really playing a lot yet. He's got a little more competition at his position. So we can't necessarily say he's our strongest signing. So the only real conversation here, the only real argument is Richarlison. Yeah, it's the only with 9 goals and 2 assists. How do we make an argument that Richarlison has been a better signing than Digne?
I think at moments, I think Richarlison's shown he is maybe a more quality player. I think he's definitely got some quality up front, and I think the problem, it's a good problem to have, but Digne has been much more, sorry, I forgot what the word is, consistent. He's been much more consistent throughout the season, but at times Richarlison does obviously show he's really good, and definitely at the start of the season, I think everyone was talking about Richarlison being our best signing, but now as the league's gone on, and obviously Richarlison's been moved to striker, his form's tailed off a bit, but Digne has definitely been our most consistent signing.
See, that's something I look for when I think about players that I really like and I connect with. It's consistency. Players that go in are model professionals. They don't have those games where they've just switched off. I'm struggling to think of a match this season where Lucas Digne just switched off or played poorly.
I don't think he switched off necessarily, but maybe at the start he was maybe getting caught out a bit. I think he clearly enjoys going up front, and maybe sometimes he was getting he was getting caught out, but I don't think it was him switching off. I think he was just so ambitious to get forward. But he's put that behind him easily. He's much better at getting up and down the wing now. And I think I saw someone say on Twitter he is as close to prime Baines as maybe we're going to get. I think it's as if we've replaced him like for like with his goals, his assists, getting up and down. I think it's a really good sign.
Yeah, I almost feel like his direct kicks is just an added bonus. You know what I mean? It's what we expected out of Sigurdsson, frankly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected Digne to come up with free kicks, but
No, and the idea that I was expecting more out of Sigurdsson in that department, frankly, because when he played at Swans and when he was, that was just what he was. One of the things he was known for is just being able to just whip balls in unexpected positions. Sigurdsson's actually been a little disappointing on that, but Lucas Digne comes in and all of a sudden it's just, oh, it's awesome.
That bench goal was incredible. That was a really good strike.
Yeah. He's, honestly, anything outside the box now, I'm immediately thinking, okay, this is a legitimate. I call the kids into the room. I'm like, guys, come watch this. Look at Dean's taking it. Because my 6-year-old's left-footed, and so I'm like, you got to watch this. You got to watch this guy.
I think the thing is he's shown he's so good as well. It was the Burnley free kick. Normally you'd expect a right footer to get on that because he has to curl it away from the keeper, but didn't he manage to curl it round and then almost back in? But before the Joe Hart could get across, I thought that must be difficult.
See, that's the weird thing when you watch. Typically, you can kind of guess which player is going to take it based on where their teammates are lining up.
Yeah,
but when you've got a couple of really capable free kick artists, and they're both hovering over, and they're both one's a left foot, one's a right foot. It's kind of great because you get the keeper has to be super honest, and so does the wall. So, so Dean contributing goals, Dean contributing assists, and also just stout defensively, very difficult to beat to the inline. I don't know, man. I realized Richarlison scored more goals, but I think game in, game out, and the fact that Dean was cheaper.
Yeah.
Now, Dean is older.
Yeah.
We might not get as many years out of him. However, right now, I think we mentioned Richarlison almost just because he does have 9 goals, and he has won us more games with his goals. You know what I mean?
The good thing is about Digne as well. It's definitely what fans look for is that he gets the club. I think you understand what it means to play as well. Sometimes we've seen signs in the past which you look forward to, which maybe haven't really understood what it's about and they haven't really lasted long. But I think Digne understood straight away, and it's great to have his experience as well. Playing for Barcelona, Roma, and PSG is very good experience. It was like 15 million or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't much.
Yeah, I will say, to be fair to Richarlison, he's really good with the fans.
Yeah,
he's really good with the fans too. That's one of the things that's most impressive about these new signings. All of them.
Yeah.
Bronze and Silva have brought in people. It seemed like they want to be there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they've done. Maybe signs in the past haven't done the same thing, but I think Marco Silva's definitely made them all understand what it means to play. There was like a community day when like the different players were taking like workshops, I think, which it definitely helped a lot. And Mina, I think he'd only been there for about a few days and he didn't understand the language, and he saw him, I think he was with one of the younger teams or something. I think they all get it as well, and obviously with Duncan Ferguson in the coaching as well, I think he also contributes to them understanding what it means to play for Everton.
Yeah. So Richarlison might be here longer, costs more, scores more goals, less consistent. Both of their attitudes in terms of off the field are on point, doing what they need to. For me though, it boils down to, can we win games without Lucas Digne?
I'm not sure.
I don't think we can.
No, I don't think we can at all. I think Baines is still a good option, but I don't think he's up to the standard anymore.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of difficulty winning games if Dean's not in, but I think we can actually win if Richarlison doesn't play. And to me, that's my big test. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's my one question that talks about which one is more valuable right now. Anyway. Okay. I still like Richarlison.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good as well.
It's the fact that he just kind of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
it's a good debate to have that we've got two such good signings that we're having to decide between them. It's not like we've got one good one and then loads of poor ones. I think they're both really showing how good they are.
The real question is, had Gomez been a permanent signing, is he the answer then? You know what I mean? Like we had a similar conversation about this a while back, and Terry and I both agreed at that time, if Gomez had been a permanent signing, he probably would be, our answer for best signing.
Yeah.
But he's not. That's a hypothetical.
No, he's not. Maybe at the end of the season, you never know.
Maybe. I don't think it'll happen in January, but hey.
Yeah.
Some people say it might, but I think we've got a loan. It'll happen.
Yeah.
The loan will last till the summer. So, anything else on Lucas Digne that you feel like is relevant?
All I've really got to say is I think he's been absolutely quality. I think we're always going to struggle to find a replacement for Baines, but I think the thing is that fans, when they're maybe choosing their favourite player, is like their consistency. That's why people have always liked Coleman and Baines, because they've always turned up no matter what, and I think Digne has really become one of those kind of players.
I would agree. Also, if you tweet at him, he might be like, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah, he's light a few of the Toffee tweets as well.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's great, man. Love that guy. I don't think it could have gone better, that signing. Really.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's it for our Lucas Digne segment. Is he our best signing? Yes.
Yeah.
So if you've that is actually our final video segment for this little flurry. But if you want to switch over to the podcast, we do have a lightning round segment with Thomas, in which I'll ask him a series of questions, and he needs to answer them like rapid fire, so it's like super honest answers. And we'll learn a little bit more about Thomas, who he is as a person. We're going to stare into the depths of Thomas's soul.
Made me nervous now.
That wasn't intentional. So switch over to the podcast if you want to listen to that and hear more about him. But in the meantime, if you've been digging the videos, please subscribe to the Toffee Blues YouTube channel. Also, you know what? Why don't you check out the Toffee Blues podcast as well? I mentioned it a minute ago. If you're on the go, the podcast is a thing. It's an option. All right. So also, if you want more Thomas, check out the Toffee Blues website, where he puts content on there often. Also, if you happen to be following along the Toffee Blues Twitter feed during a game, it might be him. So say, "Hi, Thomas. You're tweeting well." Something like that. You can do it. Why not? So, yeah. And you may see some of his Football Manager videos coming out soon-ish. We don't have definite on that, but maybe. Hey. But that's a thing. You'll be hearing his voice on those. So I guess that's it. Let's move on to lightning round on the podcast, which if you like. If not, we'll miss you. But either way, bye.